Guys, just so yeah, just come in.
Wait. Why don't you walk with Dan as you go through? Girls too? You don't need to go.
ये सब चीज समझा कर भाई लोग क्या सर क्या लोग क्या look this side sir
Dino come. Dino come in the middle next to Dan as well. Come. Next place. Yeah.
Sorry.
Dino here. Dino center here. Dino right.
look this side
Here. Dino where?
Mila.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, one, two of you. It's two. Yeah. TK means okay. TK.
you know sir this side
Yeah. As soon as Dino's done.
Good? Okay.
Yeah. Good. Is that enough? That's
Thank
fine.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, one solo.
Good?
Yeah. Center.
Come on, Dan.
look here
Come on, Dan.
It's good. You're looking
All right.
good.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's wrap it.
Guys, you
There's less paparazzi now.
just come on.
There is. Far more paparazzi. There's actually more, I mean, the thing is, like, paparazzi right. Body wash.
दिनू भाई थोड़ा क्रॉस हो दिनू भाई थोड़ा वो उधर साइड से
Girls, what are your products out?
Dan.
Then here. Head this way. Dino.
There you go. Dino.
आज नानू इससे नमस्ते
Dino's sitting on a big buy it now.
have a shot with this again and take cash
ये सब एक ले लो.
ओके सर ओके निकलते समय ले लेंगे
Dino सर के हाथ से ले लो.
Hello. What is this? Is it t-shirt? No, it's for the West. We get better stuff when
Yeah, you do.
दिनू सर look here
Give me a couple of years, guys. We'll be back with bigger ones. Thanks.
Thank you.
thank you
It's okay. Thank you. Come. Hi guys, thank you firstly for all being here today. There's a few reasons for this trip. The first announcement we'd like to obviously make is the announcement of the association with LivePools, with the one and only Dan Bilzerian and his entire group. It's a proud moment for LivePools to have somebody of his status, caliber, recognition on board with us. And of course, you all know Dino Moria, who's an integral part of our team as well, who's very well known in the industry, in the film industry, so needs no introduction. The association is a new association, it's just started, it's an investment. We will not be disclosing at this point the amount or the equity. It is something that we will be keeping confidential, so at this stage, so if we can refrain from those sort of questions. LivePools, obviously, as you know, is a fantasy gaming platform. The fantasy space in India is exploding, and I think this synergy with the entire Bilzerian camp is a great association for our company, and we look forward to an ongoing ongoing successful relationship to build the brand to where it needs to be. So in terms of LivePools, that's the announcement that we have been holding back to sort of publicly announce with you guys that we have Dan on board with us in that capacity. I'll take it over very quickly to Mr. Michael Feder, who is the CEO of Blitz. He's Dan's right-hand man to talk about Alistair very quickly. My brother, of course, Vikram Asamal, is co-founder of LivePools. Dino's been an integral investor from the very beginning, one of our first investors in the company. I'm sure you'll have some questions which we'll address. But over to you, Michael, to discuss about Alistair and what you guys are here for, and then we'll take some questions with Dan. Dan will not sit through the entire interview, so we'll address his questions first. He will then leave, and then the team can take on the rest of the questions. So, first of all, Michael Feder, over to you.
Thank you. Thanks for all being here, everybody. Really appreciate you coming over to meet us. Alistair, I mean, Dan's the ultimate spokesperson for Alistair. Dan was looking for products that that fit his lifestyle, that had natural ingredients, that were animal and cruelty free, but not just with a scent profile, but with something sort of meaningful, to help guys up their game a little bit. And there's no better way to do that than to improve their confidence, as Dan will say. And so that was the genesis of this, and Dan began developing the brand about 8 months ago, and finally got it up to the point that it is now, and we just launched, and it's pretty exciting. The world seems to love it pretty much, and Dan wears it, and so that's pretty much the Alistair story.
Dino.
Hi guys, here today to obviously, like Gaurav said, part of LivePools, and absolutely happy that Dan is associating with us. His first trip to Mumbai, so I think we need to welcome him very well and properly, and show him what India is all about. Give him some nice curry, butter chicken to eat. Yeah, keep him fit. But we're happy to make this announcement, and I was looking at some of Alistair's products. They're pretty cool. I love the smell. I just tried some lotion. Very good.
It's funny because I thought you were oddly attractive.
Yeah, it's the pheromones, It's a big feeling. It's a thing. Well,
you need to give the other guys a chance.
It's to attract, right? That's what it's all about.
Is my wife going to see this?
I don't know, man. How long are you staying for? But yeah, guys. So thank you all for coming and being a part of this great announcement.
Dan obviously needs no introduction, but Dan, a couple of words from you just on India, your trip, and if you'd like to just
Yeah, I mean, so far it's only been a day, so just getting over the jet lag, but I mean, everybody's been super cool and welcoming, and so I'm excited to explore the country. Checking out the slums tomorrow. Hopefully I don't get killed.
we're taking him to Dharavi tomorrow to check out.
Unspecific place and unspecific time.
Yeah. So we'll be making a trip to show the slums. And, yeah, it'll be an experience. Yeah.
You'll be surprised to see Dharavi is actually a fantastic place, great people, and a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, come from Dharavi. It's quite amazing actually. It'll be an amazing trip.
Cool. All right, so you guys got questions? Or?
I believe the Business Insider team and the expert team had questions. Who has questions?
Go ahead.
Okay.
So what gave you the idea of launching Alistair?
I'm sorry, what?
What gave you the idea of launching Alistair?
Well, I thought there was a hole in the market as far as there's no pheromone-infused, men's grooming products that I know of, and I think women have a lot of advantages with makeup and nails and eyelashes and high heels and everything else. And for guys, if we can, smell good and attract women, I mean, it's part of the mating process for animals. I mean, it's a whole thing, and I don't think anybody's ever really tapped into it. So I'm kind of excited to pioneer that. Products are great. I mean, stand alone without the pheromones, so I'm pretty excited about it.
You represent a certain kind of man that, what do you think are ideal masculine traits to have in 2019?
Confidence, kind of owning who you are, not, apologizing all the time, not trying to fit into a politically correct box, just being who you are, and scared of this and scared of that. But I think it's good to just kind of own your individuality and have confidence.
Thank you.
Yeah. When across the globe, they really admire you for how you maintain your beard and stuff. So I just want to ask you, how do you do so, and what really goes into taking and maintaining?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part.
Men really across the globe, they really admire you and envy the way you take care of your beard. So
Oh, the beard.
what really goes into it, and like, what's the secret there?
You know, I'll be totally honest with you, man. I think a lot of it is genetic. You know, the back hair comes with it. I've been fighting that battle with my laser hair machine for about 17 years, so it's not all good things, but beard came in pretty good. It was certainly the bane of my existence in the military, shaving this thing. By about 11 o'clock, it looked like I had to shave in 2 days, so it's been a blessing and a curse. But yeah, for me, you know, I don't have to do too much. Honestly, I just shave it about once a week, trim it up, and low maintenance. A lot easier to shave it, I can tell you that.
So, why exactly did you choose to partner with LivePools? Like, what benefits do you see?
Honestly, you know, I don't have a ton of background on that. You know, Mike, would you want to answer that?
Well, we got the LivePools guy here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look, at the end of the day, I think what it does for us is, and for Dan as well, is that gaming is, as you know, the fantasy space is growing up. Dan's always been one to be fairly ahead of the trends, ahead of the curves, and being at the forefront of movements that are happening, whether it's social media. Alistair, you've seen the growth, I think, in the fantasy space in the last couple of years. There's some big players out there.
I mean, I made my money gambling, so that was
So he understands what's the closest thing that we can do in this country is skilled gaming, right? So skilled gaming is fantasy sports, poker, rummy, certain games that, you know, are considered games of skill. So obviously in terms of levels of interest, how associations, I think what we look at is what his interests are. This deal's very, very new. It's very, very nascent. It's just happened. Dan's obviously very busy with 100 other things that he does do. So more details between us to be sort of discussed on, you know, more about the product, more about the brand. His team, obviously, as most organizations do, and you've got someone this side, they structure the deals, and that's being done by his team. But look, what's the answer? The simple answer is this: what's going to benefit him? Let's make some money. It's business. At the end of the day, you know, we can sit here and have a great time and launch products, but business is business. For us, LivePools, we're a business, and we have, you know, the ultimate goal is to make it a successful company and continue to grow the company and work with the right team to make sure we do that. So, you know, in simple terms, that's your answer.
Hi, I'm Shaura from Just Away. My question is for Dan. Cannabis is not legal in India, but if you had to introduce Ignite to the Indian market, how would you do that?
Well, we've got merch, we've got CBD, nicotine, so I think there's other pieces that are legal, and I think cannabis is going to be legal worldwide. It's just a matter of time.
I think it's more about the acceptance from the market.
I mean, listen, the world's going to accept it because at the end of the day, there's no toxicity limit. You can't die from cannabis. I mean, alcohol kills, you know, so many people all the time. It's just, people are a little backwards with their thought process on cannabis, but there's tons of health benefits. You know, it's growing all over India. I mean, naturally. So it's a plant. It shouldn't be illegal. I mean, that's my stance on the matter. And I think the government will figure it out soon enough. I mean, Canada's made it fully legal. There's been no deaths, no issues with it. I think alcohol is a much bigger problem, and that's legal everywhere. I think it's a great alternative to opioids. I've had 5 friends die from opioids. And so, you know, to me, just because something's legal and it's from a doctor doesn't mean it's safe. And I've had a lot of friends that have PTSD from the military, that have been employed, that have killed themselves, that have been prescribed tons of different pills and medications, and, you know, switch over to cannabis and throw away all the pills and lead a much better life. So, you know, when the government gets its shit together and legalize it, then, you know, it'll be good times here.
Thank you.
Last 3 questions for Dan.
Yeah, you keep going. What do you got?
Hey Dan, my question to you is, what are some of your passions?
I'm sorry, what?
What are some of your passions?
What are some of your
Oh, what are some of my passions? Working out for sure, fitness, that's a big one. You You know, that's pretty much the main thing. Every day when I wake up, I want to knock that out. I like to travel. You know, I like a lot of extreme sports, off-roading, surfing, MMA. I got a lot, man. Yeah, when you don't have a regular job, you don't have time to do stuff. And gambling, obviously.
Yeah, go for it.
What excites you about fantasy gaming?
I mean, I think it's cool because people can put in small amounts of money and, you know, have a big score, and it's fun. And a lot of the gambling that I've seen in my life is, you know, people putting big money on the line and, you know, having big swings negatively. And with fantasy sports, you can put in $20 and you can win 100,000, or, you know, you can, you know, have fun with your friends and you know what you're risking. I can't tell you how many times I've gone into a poker game and I thought I'd only be risking a couple 100,000, I'd lose $1 million, you know. So, and I know other friends that, you know, they go in and play some blackjack and they start off betting $1,000 a hand, and by the end of the night they're down 500 grand. So, you know, with fantasy sports, you go in there and you know what you're risking, and it's usually a small amount of money and you can win a large amount. And it's a fun way to gamble, and it's a kind of a low risk thing.
Makes the sport more fun.
Yeah, I can't watch a sport unless I'm betting on it. So, you know, it makes it makes that whole thing, I mean, you know, a lot more interesting. So, yeah.
What keeps you up at night? Like, what are things you still need to do and achieve, and what's in front of you?
I mean, I think the main thing that keeps me up at night is this damn phone. But you know, I've got some things on my bucket list. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Russia. I want to become president of the United States.
There's a path straight for you.
What's that?
There's a path straight for you.
There is. You know, it's yeah. I got to make my billion first, and then, you know, do some charity stuff. Become president. We'll have it soon. Optimistic.
Okay. So I just first of all just want to say I'm a big fan of both of you. All are both icons to me. And so my question to you, Dan, is that I've been following you since at least 3-4 years now on Instagram, and I think you, like, I've just been in awe of your lifestyle, and you've been like this idol to me. But throughout these 4 years, you've maintained your consistency and you've stayed so strong in the social media game, and apart from that, you've just grown. So how do you stay consistent with so much competition rising throughout? Because you see so many people trying to be you, but like no one can honestly ever be you. So how do you you know, just stay consistent? What's your advice to stay consistent, I guess?
Honestly, man, just authenticity. I mean, if you just, you know, if you are yourself, and I mean, the problem is the people that are trying to be me, they're trying to be me, right? Like, I'm just doing what I like to do, and I'm kind of checking off my bucket list, and I'm doing things that make me happy. And, you know, so for me, it's just been kind of documenting the journey and not doing any fake shit. I feel like people do a lot of fake stuff now, and I think the internet sees through a lot of that. And so, you know, the photos and the videos and stuff that I do, it's, you know, it's captured moments of my life, and it's not like, hey, let's get a bunch of girls here, let's take this picture to make it look cool, and it's just, you know, I'm living, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we don't capture that's probably a lot cooler than the stuff that I posted. You know, you're not going to get everything, and I think it's important to live in the moment, and I think a lot of people get caught up in doing stuff for social media instead of just having fun and, you know, trying to document it. And, look, I'm pretty blessed, and I've been very lucky, and so I'm able to have photographers, you know, follow me around so I can live my life and have people capture moments, and I don't have to, you know, kind of, you know, stage stuff and whatever. So I think that comes across as, you know, it's what I'm doing, you know, it's authentic, and I think that's really the key, is authenticity. So.
Thank you so much, you're a legend.
Any more on LivePools? Anything on Alistair? The cruelty-free market and why the brand has chosen to be cruelty-free?
Any other questions?
Any more for Dan?
before we wrap up, I just want to obviously just say a big thank you to my entire team and Dan's entire team. We've managed to pull this India trip off at the last minute. My partner as well, Rajiv Singh, who's played an instrumental part in this as well. Who likes to be out of the camera lens, but guys, it's been great this far. Let's obviously push forward, but I just thank you to everybody who's made this possible, and we look forward to obviously many more trips. Anything else, guys, please let us know. There's a few of us will be walking around the room. The Alistair products are left out there. There's some LivePools hampers. Please take take the products, take the little gifts that we have. Check out the screens and what we've got playing in the other room next door to give you a little more information both on LivePools and Alistair. And obviously, hopefully, this will be the first of many trips, and we're proud to introduced, I think now, Alistair to the Indian market, and let's see where things go with LivePools. And again, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Dino.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Vishal.